Hello my scrappy friends, and a big welcome to my channel today for the 31st of May, the last day of the month, the last day of my video a day in May, and I am done. So I'm going to start by saying this was definitely a challenge for me. I have definitely enjoyed it though. I've definitely also learnt some things, and if you guys are interested, maybe I can do perhaps a face-to-face maybe, and share how the things I've learnt or the things that I'd like to share with you. So as today is Monday, I had my Maggie Holmes stash on my desk. I figured I would participate in Maggie Holmes Monday again. To finish off my month of shares. I have pulled a bunch of my supplies, some of which were hard for me to use. So that pattern paper that I'm using, that pink one, that was really hard for me to use. I may have been hoarding that paper forever. I love it. But you can see I just used the edges to be an edge for my layout here. I'm working on my BRT cardstock, white cardstock that I shared around the middle of the month with my favourites. This does have a coat of clear gesso on it. I knew I wanted to add a fair bit of mixed media. And I showed you that cut file butterfly that I had backed. I've used the, I've used the Maggie Holmes Flea Market 6x6 paper pad to back that cut file, which I have no idea where it came from. It was in my stash. It's been there for a long time. So yeah, I've used the Flea Market 6x6 paper pad to back that. Flea Market and Open Book would probably have been my two most favourite collections of Maggie's of all time, of ever. They're beautiful. I love them so very much. So I have inked up the edges of the edge of the pink cardstock, and I have also done two of the edges on the white cardstock here. And you can see what I'm doing. I'm just adding colour, moving it around, letting it blend, letting it mix. If it goes somewhere I don't like, using my paper towel just to, look at that, take it off, because my background has been gessoed. So it is quite easy to fix that up. I am using, so what I started with on my background is a Shimmers Creamies called Witch's Blue. And then I have gone in with more of a tealy aquary colour, and that is a Lindy's Starburst Squirt called Looney Tune Teal. I love the name, it's so cool. So you can see exactly what I'm doing here. I'm just adding colour. I've brought my cut file back in a couple of times, and I have marked on my background, I think, where it's going. I can't remember. And this is not hard at all. I'm literally just letting that colour move and spread around using my paintbrush, using my water spritzer, soaking up some extra water. Now I know that my cut file is going to go right where I've just soaked up all that colour and water from. I didn't want to wait forever for this to dry, so I did get a bit impatient. What I've got here is a baby wipe that is wet, and I am just cleaning my white cardstock. Yes, another one of the amazing things about using gesso on cardstock. So I'm going to just let that do its thing and kind of tidy up a bit, play with my layers. I have also mounted my photo. I've got a few, I think there's 5 layers behind my photo. And I've used all the patterns that I have backed my cut file with to do that. This is an older photo. It was taken in 2012 in July. I was 35 or so weeks pregnant with my second child. And I went on my very first scrapbooking retreat. The photo is of myself and one of my best friends in the whole wide world at this scrapbooking retreat. I had booked it. I had made sure to book a single room for myself because I knew I was very pregnant and I wasn't sleeping particularly well. And I had no idea, but my best friend had organised a day scrapper spot at the retreat. So when she just appeared and rocked up one day, I was so excited and so happy she was there, which is why I've gone with the best day ever as my title, which is something that I think, honestly, this is the first time I've ever used that title. So that is the story of the photograph that I am scrapbooking today and why I look so very different to how I look now. And that is how I've done my background. I've gone back in and added splatters as well using the same two colours. I'm going to show, no. So I had also stuck together my photo and my butterfly cut file. And remember earlier in the month when I did my other Maggie Holmes Monday and I had that gold doily? Well, I used it. I stuck it behind my layers here and I really like how it looks on this one. So I'm assembling my background here. I've got another piece of white cardstock and I'm just using that so I get my the size right. Just sticking that down. And you can see I'm just going over that, making sure that's all smushed down and stuck. I wanted to add a little bit of dimension, so I've got some cardboard here. It's quite thin cardboard. I got a little teapot and teacup set from T2 for Mother's Day, and this was some of the packaging. It's not super thick, but it's just enough that it lifts it up just the right amount. Using my Scotch tacky glue to stick all that down. I have also inked the edges of all of my photo layers and also the butterfly with, I think I went with black. And I've also stitched on all of those lines of the cut file with gold thread. Yes, all of them. Stitched around the border of my photo with gold thread as well. And you can see my little tassels there. I'm so excited that I got two of them onto a page. These guys are the cutest little things ever. My layers ended up covering up more than I had first thought they would, but I've used some gold thread and threaded that through the holes on the top of the tassels and then stuck the thread behind my photo. Yeah, and like I said, I've stuck it a bit higher than I had intended, so you can't see that they're hanging from anything, but I really like them. They're so super cute. I love them. All right, so I have got this sticker sheet that is from I think Open Book, and you can see there's not much left on it. I ended up using the big floral piece. I found a big floral sticker that I hadn't used yet, and I've cut that in half. One half has gone up to the top right of the photo, and the other half is going down to the bottom left of the photo, using a couple of these little tabs from the sticker sheet as well. One says hello, and one is just a blank pink label. And then I've got these tiny word stickers from, I think they're from Confetti. They are black and they've got gold writing on them, and you can see that I've tucked those into my layers. I've also used one of those little page tab thingies from Charms Creation in the pink. The pink is also a nod to my bestie because she loves pink a lot, more than I do. And so I didn't realize, but these stickers that I'm using as well, where I got my title from and where I'm adding these flowers from another Maggie collection. It is from the Sunny Days collection. I didn't even realize. I saw them at Spotlight a month or two ago, and they were on clearance for like $3. I was like, oh, more stickers. Yes, because I need more in my life. So I have used that for my title, and you can see I've also used that to bring in just a little bit of extra detail with the black leaves to the top and the bottom of the photo, and also to bring in that little puffy, it's actually really dark navy blue on top of my little Charms creation there. Got my hashtag sticker book, obviously the Maggie Holmes version. I've got those 3 love hearts from that, and I am pulling in these clear butterflies. I felt like I should bring something up here. Now that butterfly stays there for a while, I do move it. And I've been going for enamel dots a lot lately, so I'm pulling in some more enamel dots. These ones, ooh, they were from a party collection, I think I want to say. Can't remember. But I'm using the pink and the green. Yes, the green. And I'm doing the enamel dots with my little gold hearts. So I've got 2 enamel dots and a heart, and then I'm going to come in with this kind of more aqua colour. And so I've got my 3 lots of 3. And then I'm going to come in with a bunch of these tiny little pink, they're more epoxy hearts than enamel. But again, I'm bringing in 3 lots of 3 where my 3 kind of main embellishment clusters are. I am going to shuffle a couple of these little sprinkly bits because it's what we do. Got to get them in just the right spot. And you can see what I'm doing. I'm just kind of adding 1 to each of the other pieces in each of those clusters. And again, moving things around because, you know, placement needs to be perfect. I've got the perfect little gap down to the bottom right here where I'm going to add in my journaling. I'm going to start in with some lines in pencil and then go in with my journaling. And the layout is right here. My journaling reads, even at 35 weeks pregnant, I had the best time at my first ever scrap retreat. Of course, having Alicia surprise me just made it the best day ever. I've scribbled the date also on that little pink label. It says July 2012. I figured the reference to 35 weeks pregnant kind of gave it enough of a date context as well as the July. So that's why I've done that. Here I am moving that little butterfly and I'm coming in with some gold splatters. So yes, that's going to finish off my layout and my month of videos a day. I really, really hope that you guys have enjoyed them. Like seriously, I really hope you have enjoyed them. I've had a lot of fun. I have done a lot of creating this month, and I know that a few days I really pushed the things that I wanted to share because I wasn't really sure. I was like, oh my goodness, I don't have enough time. I'm going to see what I can do here. So yeah, this was a bit fun. Let me know, do you have a favorite type of video that I've shared? Do you have something that you're like, oh my gosh, please don't ever do that again? Perhaps there is something that I featured once or twice that you really enjoyed and you would like me to continue. Absolutely no guarantees that I shall ever again do a video a day. But we don't all learn, right? So, as always, thank you ever so much for stopping by, for supporting me, for your likes, for your comments, for subscribing, for taking the time out of your lives to hang out with me while I share all of these things that I've shared this month. If you have any comments or questions, please make sure you leave them below. I'm really looking forward to maybe having a bit of a break, but I will have another share tomorrow because tomorrow is the 1st of June, which means a new challenge. I hope you have seriously enjoyed, and I look forward to sharing more process videos with you over the next coming weeks. In the meantime, have a fantastic scrappy day.